What is up, Flav City family? It's Bobby, and today we are gonna rock out a quick and easy 6-ingredient meal prep. Even though I tried to make it 5, I just couldn't do it. I needed that extra ingredient. Either way, it's gonna be so tasty, really healthy, and so much flavor. You guys are gonna love this one. Chicken coconut curry. Spice-crusted chicken thighs cooked in coconut milk and loaded with tons of veggies and served with crispy brown rice. So if you love quick and easy and healthy meal prepping, hook a brother up and subscribe to my channel. I'm rocking out new recipes every Friday, and I want you to be a part of the Flav City community. In front of me, I have 10 boneless, skinless chicken thighs, just about 2 pounds. I'm gonna grab some curry powder. Last week, my wife and I were in New York City. We stopped by Chelsea Markets and they had this amazing spice stand. We picked up this curry powder. Smell that. Get your nose in there. It just smells like your favorite Indian restaurant. And the cool thing about it is that it has maybe like 10 or 15 spices in it, but it only counts as one of our ingredients. I love that kind of hack. All right, first up, we gotta season our chicken with a good pinch of salt and then shake over a generous amount of curry powder. And you can see the madras curry powder is heavy on turmeric, which I love that yellow color. But if you can't find one that has a lot of turmeric, just add it yourself. And it's gonna give it that beautiful yellow color. So flip these guys over and then dust them with a little more salt and spice rub. Now my chicken thighs are room temperature, and normally I would set them aside for a good 20 minutes to let that marinade go to work, but I'm hungry today, yo. I wanna get this in my belly ASAP, so I'm gonna preheat my cast iron pan over medium-high heat and drizzle in 2 teaspoons of grapeseed oil. And while my pan is preheating, my KitchenAid Thanksgiving giveaway is live, you guys. 5 weeks, 5 winners, 5 prizes. I am so excited for this. All you have to do to enter is click on the link below in the description box and sign up. I'm doing it with my friend Amber from Sweet Am's Cookies. I hope you guys share it with all your friends, and good luck. Chicken goes down. Now you guys can do this in 1 pan, but you have to do it in 2 batches so you don't overcrowd that pan. But once again, because I'm in a hurry, I'm gonna do a 2nd pan back here. All right, chicken likes to splatter and Bobby does not like to clean up. So go ahead and take your handy splatter guard. Toss that down on each pan. If you guys don't have one of these by yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. I'll put the link down below in the description box. I'm gonna let that chicken go for about 3 minutes, then I'll flip it. Beautiful, nice and golden brown. I'll let it go another 3 to 4 minutes. All right, time to get the chicken out of the pan. And you can put it right back into the platter that was dirty from before. We're gonna cook the chicken again so you don't have to worry about cross-contamination. The chicken's only cooked about 80% of the way, and it's gonna finish cooking in the coconut curry sauce. Now think of it, we've only used 2 ingredients so far. I still have, 4 more to go, right? I thought for a second, it's a 5-ingredient meal prep, but that's only in my dreams. Maybe next week. Maybe next week I'll come through on a 5-ingredient one. Now before I get the coconut milk in the pan, I wanna put a good tablespoon of this curry powder in there and then stir it around. Now the reason why I'm doing this is actually very important. You wanna cook or bloom your spices in fat in a hot pan, and it brings out the essential oils in the spices. You can do this for any dried herb or spice you're cooking with. It will make the spice taste 10 times better. And then I'm gonna add my coconut milk. All it takes is a good 30 seconds to a minute. And then I have about 2 cups of light coconut milk. And then immediately you see the color of that coconut milk or our sauce go brilliantly yellow. See, I love that. And because we're using the same pan that we cooked the chicken in, all that coconut milk is lifting the sticky bits from the bottom of the pan, and they have a ton of flavor. So we're really maximizing every ingredient to its full potential because I only have 6. Now I wanna take the chicken and put it back into the sauce to finish cooking, and then pinch in a little bit of salt and a few cracks of pepper. Our Harry Potter cauldron of goodness here is coming to a boil. Now for ingredients number 4 and 5, I really have a hard time. It's 6 ingredients, but I can't even keep them straight. Ingredients 4 and 5 are red bell peppers and sugar snap peas, because you know I'm a crunchaholic Rex and I want the crunchiest vegetables possible. So go ahead and spill those into your pot and just kind of shake them around a little bit.
It's a really weird dish. I've never seen anything like that.
Desi said it's a really weird dish. I hope it's weirdly delicious. Don't you love when your cameraman / wife is really making you feel good about your recipes in real time here? And then go ahead and place a lid on the pan And I'm only gonna cook that about 7 to 8 minutes. I don't wanna overcook the vegetables. I still want them to be crispy. All right, you guys, I'm gonna put old Bessie back there and bring my second pan here and move on to ingredient number 6. I'm out of ingredients. All I got is frozen brown rice. This stuff is magic. It's so much better than making your own fresh brown rice because it's cooked and then frozen, and it has this amazing texture that kind of has a bite to it. It's a little al dente. Now, I can't season it with, say, onions, ginger, and garlic like I'd like to do, but you can if you have more ingredients at home. So I kind of thought to myself, how can I add more flavor and texture to this brown rice all by itself? And the answer is getting my cast iron pan really hot over medium-high heat, and then just adding the rice to it. All right, now stay with me for a second. Have you ever had paella? In the bottom of the pan has that crispy part of the rice called socarat. That is Desi and my favorite part of the rice. So what happens when that actually becomes crispy is, number one, you're adding texture and it caramelizes the rice, making it super nutty and delicious. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. And by using the cast iron pan that I cooked the chicken in, that has more flavor. So just flatten it into one even layer. And then the rice is bland, so go ahead and pitch over a half a teaspoon of salt and a few cracks of pepper. All right, give that one more mix up, and my goal is to let it cook for about 3 to 5 minutes undisturbed, then scrape it, flip it, and let it do it again. I'll go through that process maybe 3 or 4 times until I have a nice crispy texture on the rice. All right, so while the rice is doing its thing, I mentioned Desi and I were in New York, and we weren't just buying spices the other week. We were there because I was on the Rachel Ray show. It was so freaking like surreal to get an email from them, inviting me on the show. So we flew out there. We had a whirlwind 24 hours. The show was amazing. They did post a clip on YouTube. So if you go to my homepage here on YouTube, I will put it on my playlist for my most recent videos. You can check out the segment. We did some budget-friendly meal prep recipes. It was pretty freaking epic, and fingers crossed, knocking on wood, I get to go back soon. All right, while I'm waiting for the rice, I brought the chicken curry back. I took the lid off this for the last 5 minutes so it can reduce a little bit. Now it's my favorite time of the cooking process, checking for seasoning. This is my nifty trick not to burn my mouth. I take 1 spoon, transfer it to another spoon. Ooh, that's good. There's a lot of flavor in there considering we only have like 5 ingredients. Now, here's the deal. It needs some acid. Okay, ideally a big squeeze of lime juice in there would be perfect, but I'm considering a lime a fresh ingredient, so that's out. Desi and I were just talking about this. What if I were to add vinegar? I consider vinegar a pantry staple, and any vinegar would work here. So like, ideally I'd like to use rice wine vinegar, but that might be considered like a specialty vinegar you might not have. But you can also use red wine vinegar, or you can also use white wine vinegar. Anything to kind of cut through that richness and the fattiness and the creaminess of that coconut milk would be good. But leave a comment below. Let me know if you think this doesn't count as one of the 6 ingredients, because we don't think it does. So I want to splash in a little bit of rice wine vinegar and then give it one last stir, and it's done. This is a true one-pot wonder. It smells amazing, even though you guys don't have smell-o-vision yet. All we have to do is push that aside and then finish up the rice. Perfect. That's exactly what you want. Or the British call it paella, and I freaking love that. Desi and I say paella all the time. I'm telling you, the amount of flavor we just got from doing this is ridiculous. Rice done, chicken done. Let's plate this up because I have worked up quite the appetite, my friends. Add a nice bed of rice down on the bottom of the plate, and then a generous amount of coconut sauce, and then some beautiful chicken. And there it is, you guys. Chicken coconut curry with veggies and crispy brown rice. Smells unbelievable, but all I care about right now is the taste. I'm going in. Man, that chicken is crazy tender, so much flavor. That sauce is like butter, just coating my tongue, and then I get that texture. I get that crispiness from the brown rice, and it's nutty, and it satisfies my carb craving. Guys, this is epic. The recipe is down below, along with the storage and reheating instructions, which, by the way, this will stay in the fridge for 5 days, or you can freeze it all for 2 to 3 months. The macros are down below there. Enter the KitchenAid Thanksgiving giveaway down there. Subscribe to my channel. If you want 2 more healthy, easy, delicious meal prep recipes, I hook you up down below. But I'll see you next week, maybe with a 5-ingredient one. I'll actually get it. But until then, hashtag keep on cooking. Peace.